I know I've not done any uploads recently, but I'm trying to get back into the schedule. Quick reminder at the start of the video. If you want more content, I'm going to sort of transfer more over to Twitter, so I'm going to be more active on Twitter. So if you want more regular updates on Formula One, follow me on Twitter. My account is at F1 News Squad, all lowercase. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Silverstone for the 2020 F1 season has offered to host 2 Grand Prix. Of course, it's going to be without spectators, but it's all the same. They want to host a reverse race, which I think would be really dangerous because the health and safety is designed for the complete opposite way of the circuit. So I'll just dismiss that as a money grab from Silverstone. It isn't ever going to happen. And if it did, it would be very irresponsible. So that's our first bit of news out of the way. Our second bit of news is Sebastian Vettel has started sim racing. He started with this sort of classic F1 cars. Previously, Jenson Button has been dominating the series, winning pretty much every event. And stars such as, I believe, Jacques Villeneuve, Button, and even Emerson Fittipaldi have joined the ranks of that sim racing league. But now Jenson Button, not Button, Sebastian Vettel has joined the sim racing league, and he was pretty good, I've got to admit. And I'm excited. I hope he comes back for the next race. He did pretty well. I believe he could have possibly won the second race, but I think it was him and Button that had a weird collision and moment together, which sort of ruined their chances. So yes. And my third story is the Indy 500, even though it's not necessarily F1 race, an F1 race or news. I'm going to talk about the virtual Indy 500, which, if you don't know, Lando Norris competed in. I didn't watch the race, but I heard there was sort of a controversial move with Lando round the inside. I've watched the clip of it. He was in the inside, and it's sort of Lando didn't exactly crash the other guy out, but he sort of got, there's a sort of golden rule of the Indy 500, and the person on the inside's got to pull out first, and Lando was on the inside and didn't pull out. And I heard a driver just came and smashed Lando out of the race, and I really don't think the rule that he was, sticking to matters in virtual Grand Prix, because it's because of the danger factor, and in a virtual race you're not going to be in danger if a dude doesn't pull out. So I really don't, especially he said Lando Norris, he tells Lando Norris in for not pulling out of a move, and then he goes smashing into Lando Norris. That is somewhat worse. If we're doing it on proper Indy 500 terms, if you drive into a driver, it is worse than not pulling out of a maneuver. So that's all I'm going to say on that event. And finally, the 2020 F1 season seems to probably be getting under the way in Austria. I do think that's somewhat optimistic, but they said they're going to sort of create a sort of F1 environment where the drivers don't come out of, or the teams they don't meet each other, or and they all sleep in different hotels, and they're sort of going to create a little biosphere of Formula One, and they're not and they're going to, like, every 2 days have a COVID-19 checkup. Personally, I don't completely buy it. I still think it's a little irresponsible, even though Austria's been a bit lax on the COVID-19 regs. I really don't. I think it may be a little bit irresponsible from F1 to do that, but and of course safety comes first. But I think they've sort of changed since the disaster that was Melbourne 2020, and they're pulling out last minute, and the fans all arriving, but just last minute because of McLaren pulling out and a bunch of other teams because of a guy with tested positive for COVID-19 had to shut down. I think it should have been cancelled right from the start, and it was a bit irresponsible from the FIA doing that, and they have learned since then, but I'm rambling on about this a bit too much, but yeah, I just don't buy it. I don't think they should start the season in Austria. My estimates are about Spa, and even that I think may be a bit optimistic, but I want to be proven wrong. I want it to start early, and I want it to be completely safe, because I'd rather not have a season than have a sort of dangerous put together season. So yeah, as long as we get 8 races, I'm fine, and I'd boycott the season if it's too dangerous. That's my opinions on that, and I have been going on about it for a long time. Anyway, I'd like to round off this video with just once again reminding you to stay at home and stay safe. Don't go out for any reason in this time, apart from going to the shops, of course. Stay inside and save lives. And it's hard for all of us to cope with COVID-19, and it's a really hard struggle. It's and it's getting towards in the UK about a month, maybe 2 months now. Like, we've spent at least 5 weeks inside, cooped up in our house, getting sort of deliveries from the Asda delivery van, and it's been really hard to cope with, but I've been watching Formula One content and memes to get through it. Anyway, remember, follow, if you want more content, of course. I want to give you a choice. Like, I don't want to be one of those pitchy YouTubers that says, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. If you want to, you can follow at F1 News Squad on Twitter. I know it's sort of, it's sort of a bit of shameless promotion, but still, if you want more regular content, follow at F1 News Squad on Twitter. We are going to be active. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, I really appreciate it, and Ben out.